Sofia, aka Sophie, back here on Sophia's Football Talk to talk about previewing Inter versus Roma, which is one of the big games for the weekend. Of course, probably like one of the other really big ones is of course the El Clasico, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Man United, of course, versus Man City, which in particular to that game, we'll preview that tomorrow. But today, we're focusing on this game, the return of the snake, who is this guy right here, Romelu Lukaku, back again at San Siro, okay? Meeting up with his former great friend, Lautaro Martinez. Let's just say the reception is not going to be very welcoming. It will be very hostile, probably. I need to see snake emojis. I need it to be, because this guy, he ain't gonna be doing anything. We'll talk about that. Either way, big up. I know I've been, having a little bit of break recently, obviously due to some technical difficulties. I've actually just had to borrow my dad's computer for now, as the charger for my computer doesn't work, but hopefully we'll get it fixed for this one. This will just be a temporary little solution. But yeah, we're back. Before we fully start to preview this game, make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see, shall we? We are on the road to 3K subscribers, so let's make that happen. The fact that this month is almost over is a bit mad. Like, it's going to be November 1st on Wednesday. It's a madness. Either way, big up to Henry Ray. I will be in about a little over an hour. I will be a guest on Henry Ray Baker's channel later, so make sure you do subscribe to Henry. We'll be talking about some YSL women's football for both like Liverpool and United, so make sure you do subscribe and check it out. Big up to Jordan, subscribe to his channel as well. Hola, Paro Miguel. Hola, mi amigo. Hope you're doing well. San Siro will spit on Lukaku. Yes, spit fire on Lukaku. Yes. Forza Inter indeed. But let's talk about it. So, Inter has had a wonderful start to the season so far, okay? We're at the top of the league with 22 points, okay? It's been great. Also doing quite well as well in the Champions League. I think, I'm trying to double check. I believe we probably are in the top of the group in the Champions League as well. I did check out the last game, which was against RB Salzburg, which we did win, a 2-1 win there. Which, hey, Inter is still doing their, to some of you, a lot of you guys know, like, I'm a big Man United fan, but I've always had a soft spot for Inter, for a long time, like around the same time I became a United fan. Like, one of my favorite players of all time is, of course, the Brazilian forward, Adriano, okay? Love that guy. Obviously, didn't have, the most, amazing long-lived career, but definitely made an impact, at least to me, and for Inter as well. So, I did, of course, a few months ago make like a type of video paying an homage to him. So do check that out if you haven't already. It's like the Shrees Won't Forget type of vibe. But let me go back to what this is all about. So for Inter, of course, it's been a very decent season, not very good season so far. 100% more than you can believe. I'm proud. I legit really am. And I know a lot of people were talking about, like, when AC Milan were making their, of course, reinforcement during the transfer window. A lot of people are saying, like, yeah, but AC Milan's probably going to win. Obviously, we're just not that many games in. I can't sit there and say that Inter's going to 100% win the league. I think they can do something. I ain't going to hold you. I think Inter might get the Scudetto. I think so. And it might go far again in the Champions League. I don't know. I generally have a very good feeling. Okay, and I think this can be it. I think it can be. It has been wonderful to follow along with the journey so far, and it's been what, one, so far, with having scored, okay, like I said, obviously we've had 7 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss so far this season in the Serie A, of course, with 24 goals scored, 5 goals conceded. So we basically scored the most goals so far in the Serie A, and also technically have the best defense as well. Very solid. I mean, Juve is just, they've conceded one more goal than us, but we got 22 points. AC Milan right behind us with 21 points. I mean, hey, they obviously will also have they'll definitely have a difficult game, which I believe, when are they going to be playing their next game? They're going to be playing against Napoli, so that's definitely one of the other big games. So many big games this weekend. Like, it's going to be a cracking weekend, if you're just simply a lover of football, of course. But with Inter, it's just, yo, Inter is just being Inter, you know what I'm saying? They've just been Inter. That's it. So, yeah, let's double check here. They have just been, wonderful. But let me check okay, so table. No, you know what? We're not at the top of the table. We're second. We do have the same amount of points as the Real Sociedad. So it's just due to the goal difference but I think at this point we probably will be, getting out of the group is what I reckon will happen. But either way, though, for this mashup, of course, I mean, if we talk, I want to give a bit of a shout out to two people, especially. Of course, Lautaro Martinez has been, definitely one of the most informed players in Europe, okay? On fire with 11 goals and 2 assists on like 9 appearances. Like, the guy is cooking, okay? Legit. 10 goals in Serie A, I believe, with 1 being in the Champions League. But the guy is cooking, okay? He's cooking and I'm eating. That's all I'm going to say. Also, one that really, I think, needs to be highlighted is, of course, Marcus Thuram, who came on a free. I think a lot of people may be like sticking the nose a little bit up when he first got signed as a free agent. You were thinking, how is this going to work out? Okay, Lukaku went, I don't know. He's been a revelation. I really love the type of connection that he has with Lautaro Martinez. And he just fits into this team like an actual glove, okay? With his 3 goals and 7 assists in 9 appearances. This guy right here is cooking. And I cannot wait to see what else, how far we can go. But he's been a wonderful addition. I've also really liked the midfielder that we got, David Fratesi, who came from Sassuolo, obviously after Marcelo Brozovic went to, Al Nassr. He's also been very good, sometimes starting here and there, sometimes coming from the bench. But, and we do got the same, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I'm so bad with names, but Hakan, come on. Yo, Victorian, come on. Like, Denzel Dumfries as well. I think sometimes he can be getting a little bit of a bad rep here and there, but I personally really have a soft spot for Denzel Dumfries because I also do watch the Netherlands national team, and I really like him as like a wingback. He's quick. I do also think he's defensively sound, but how he moves offensively as well with whipping in the crosses, he good. I really like him. If you're going to compare him to, the fullbacks that we got at Man United, especially the ones on the right, as Dallin Wan-Bissaka, there's levels to this game, and Denzel Dumfries overextends those levels by a mile, in my humble opinion. I've been very impressed with him, and he's been looking good. So, yeah, Inter, come on now. I mean, Roma, you got finally, Lukaku back, who has 8 goals in 10 appearances, 5 of them being in the Serie A. So obviously he also is cooking as well. But let's be honest, this it will not be a very pleasant meeting for Lukaku. The guy that's been kissing the badge for, remember when he came back to Chelsea after, technically he went, okay, so after Man United, he went to Inter, okay, won the league there, obviously had to go. Technically didn't really had to go, but obviously there was some financial problems, of course. And then went to Chelsea, saying, "Oh, I'm back. I'm a blue." Da 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 da. Didn't work out. Made the infamous interview, and of course, then ended up leaving on a loan to Inter. I would say then, of course, technically some parts here and there did play well, but also there's been injuries, as we all know, as well. But and then once the going gets tough, he ends up then, you know, literally twerking for Juve. Juve didn't really want him, and now he went to Roma, okay, on a loan from Chelsea, of course. But probably, I believe Roma will maybe make that permanent. Either way, he has 100% burned those bridges with Inter because we felt, yo, how you gonna do us like that? We were backing you. We made you feel like our own, and this is how you gonna repay us. This is how you gonna make us feel like we don't matter. Okay, go. How about that? That's how he was and has been moving. The guy's never loyal. The guy only cares about himself. Okay, and it is what it is. You know what? I cannot wait for Sunday because that's when the game is going to be played. I believe more so a little, at the end of the Manchester Derby. That's kind of when the game is going to be played. I definitely will be tuning in. I will probably try to do a, film a little match reaction for you guys, depending on how the Manchester Derby goes, because my head might be gone out there. We might get completely smacked and my head might be gone. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm pretty gassed about this game. And if we talk about the last 5 matches, the matchups between these two teams, Inter has won 4 of them and only lost once. So this is definitely a game that I'm expecting Inter to win. By how much? I'll definitely give my chance more so at the end. Let me read some of your guys' comments. Para Sforza, Narasuri, yes. Leite, Adriano, the Emperor, Mr. Bambasso, yes. Oh my God. I would love to meet Adriano once. I don't think y'all get it. I love this man, especially with the fact, like, knowing what he went through with, especially with, mental health, being open about that, like, and, the loss of his father, never really seemed, to get back after that. And either way, that time when he was cooking, also for the Brazilian national team, like, he really made an impact for me with just more and more growing my love for football in the early mid 2000s, especially the early 2000s. Like that guy's meant a lot for me as a football fan. So and definitely one of the big reasons to why I also support Inter. And it's just not something like, oh, I just like Inter. No, I really have always had a soft spot for Inter. And whenever, like last season when Man United wasn't in the Champions League and Inter was, I was like, you know what? Whenever Man United are in there, or they're not going to be doing much, then I hope Inter goes all the way and do it. And we were that close, but not close enough, but almost. Big up to Bobby K. Do subscribe to the channel, show some love. Hope you're doing well, my friend. El Toro on fire. Sofia knows football. Come on now. We are where, you know what? We like to, when I do this match previews, I, of course, we banter, we bring the vibes, but I always try to, do more research and I got notes here and I try to give more of, what should I say, my opinions, but with some facts here and there as well. I'll sprinkle a little bit of knowledge every now and then, of course. But thank you. Big up though. It says, I'm glad you're turning on trampoline toes. I'm glad you're turning on trampoline toes. Interesting. Big up though, Nathan. Hope you're doing well. I ain't gonna lie, maybe I'm just like, maybe it's because I woke up very late today that I didn't really quite catch that. But elaborate though, elaborate. Big up to Dash, hope you're doing well. Big up to Anvil Uncle Russ, my brother from another mother. Hope you're doing well, brother. Do subscribe to his channel as well. Show some love. Says the snake, yeah, he is a snake. We're gonna call it 100. The guy is a snake, okay? And he's gonna be treated as one. An utter snake. More than you can believe. Okay. But so how will this game be able to go on Sunday? I mean, my prediction, do let me know your prediction as well. Let me read this. Nathan said trampoline toes. Lukaku first touch of course. Yeah. First touch of a bouncy castle. Nathan? Okay. Now it makes very sense. I was like, trampoline toes. I'm like, huh? Yeah. He can hold that. He can hold that. More than you believe, he can hold that. Excuse me? What? Huh? Yes. So yeah. Lukaku back at San Siro. How will it go? I mean, playing obviously under Jose Mourinho, like Roma right now are 7th in the league with 14 points. So, hasn't necessarily had the best start to the season. But could they turn it around? Hopefully not this Sunday. I don't want that to happen by any means at all. But I think I'm not going to sit there and necessarily say that this is going to be a comfortable win, but I think it's going to be like a win because I did watch the last one where we won 2-0, I remember, which were at their ground away to Roma. I did then predict that we were going to win, which we did. And like Pato says, San Siro will be busting. Oh, this could actually get very ugly. It could. But I think I probably agree more with Das here. It says 3-1 either way. The thing is, for me, I think it probably will be 3-1 to Inter. But it could, due to the hostile, how they will be buzzing, keyword here, like Pato says, I almost think it can get bad. Remember the Milan derby where we won 5? Could it get like that? It could. But I'm going to say like a safe, like a good, strong 3-1 win is what I'm going to be predicting. But I definitely think it's going to be a cracking game. I mean, Lautaro would want to definitely dunk on Lukaku for sure. Also, I want to give a little bit of a shout out as well to the goalkeeper, of course, because we've had Onana left as well, and he, y'all know how much of a important goalkeeper he has been to Inter, 100%. And obviously hasn't fully been, the best and all of that for Man United so far, even though it's been a very good, at the end with the penalty and all of that. But I think Jan Sommer has been pretty decent. I'm not going to even hold you, Obviously, he ain't that good of, with his feet as Onana, but he's still been pretty decent. He's done a solid job. Still need to remember, we've only conceded 5 goals so far. If you really think about throughout, and then, we've also been scoring. What I think is definitely interesting is how the attacking players are scoring a lot of goals, with so many players being able to chime in. You see it Hakan, you see a Denzel Dumfries, of course, Lautaro Martinez on fire, but you see a Thuram, you see David Fratesi, you see a Mkhitaryan here and there, It's nice that you just don't have like maybe 1 or 2 goal outlets, but you do have several options that you can go from. But defensively as well, we are looking good as well, in my opinion. So, of course, Grenia left way earlier to join PSG. You can join. Go ahead. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. That's all I'm going to say. But either way, I'm liking what this is looking like. Like, I feel like with the amount of, with some of the outgoings, I still feel like Inter has been smart with their incomings, with integrating a couple of other players into the team. You have, of course, Benjamin Pavard, the fullback, also can play as a center back from Bayern Munich, who's slowly been getting integrated into the team. And I really, I remember when he was linked with Man United, and people were saying, I think I might have also been like, I don't know, but like, no, I'm like, maybe United should have. But either way, very good signing for Inter indeed. So it's been. I'm looking at the squad depth, and the squad depth is squad depthing. It looks very good, and you see it. Of course, there's been some other games so far. I think with Sassuolo, if I remember correctly, that's the one game where we lost so far. I think you might have been in the Serie A. But overall, like I said, I do feel like it's been a very solid, great start to the season, where a lot of people had put their, maybe more so, not faith, but predicted that AC Milan was going to do something. I'd be like, people in Milan, they ain't that. Milan ain't him. Inter, they are him. They are her. They are it. They are all of it. That's Inter, okay? Even Napoli sitting fifth in the league, I believe. With big respect to Napoli, big respect. But I think this is going to be Inter. And maybe I'm being a bit too reactionary this early on in the season. But if right now, with how Inzaghi is doing with this Inter team, and I've been invested, I think I've only missed like maybe 2 games so far in all comps for Inter, and I've been heavily impressed. It's just nice to, with how it is for me as a Man United fan, to watch Man United and how shit football we're playing. Sorry for my language. It's very refreshing to see the type of football we're playing with Inter. Okay, I'm just sitting there and be like, let me eat my popcorn, let me eat some crackers, let me eat some snacks, let me just, drink a little bit of soda, water, grab, cup of tea, because I'm enjoying myself when I watch Inter. And it's lovely to see how we're playing, okay? It looks good. I'm just, yes. I cannot wait for the game on Sunday. Legit. I'm invested. Okay, my goal for this season was I need to watch more Inter games. I need to. And so far, I've been on it. And we will keeping on it. Definitely. There was Bologna, maybe. Sassuolo might have ended in a draw potentially, because that was, you know what? Might have been Bologna. Let me double check here. There's been so many games recently that I'm like, what? Here. Thank you for correcting me. Get the likes up, by the way, people. The more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Wait, where did we lose? No, it was Sassuolo. Dumfries scored 1, but Rami and Berardi. Yes, it was Sassuolo. Pato says Internazionale Milan 4-0 Roma. El Toro with the poker. Love it. By the way, I hope I didn't try to mock the accent, by the way. Okay, I think Italian is a beautiful language, by the way. Never been to Italy, but one goal that I need to do, I need to go and watch an Inter game. I have to. Hopefully we can try to do that for next year. That would be great. That definitely is the goal. But yeah, I do not want this match preview to be the longest, but to those who are watching on the replay, make sure you, of course, give me your opinions about the game in terms of the score prediction, how you think the game will go in the comment section, because I do like to read it afterwards and comment later and all of that jazz. But yeah, so before we go, quickly let me hear your score prediction for the game. So I'll repeat again. I am predicting a 3-1 win for Inter. I think probably the Tata will score. I'm going to say Dumfries will score, and then I will say Hakan will score. And maybe, you know what? It could be Lukaku, but I'm going to say Stefan Al-Sharawi will be scoring. Yes. Pato says, you are spot on. Inter lost to Sassuolo. Yes. Because I'm like, I swear that happened. Yeah. But hey, I think with Bologna, that probably might have been actually a draw. So, either way though, it's been, some draws here and or one draw and a loss. But yeah, guys, it's been a great match preview. I appreciate to those of you who tuned in to watch, and to those of you who are watching later, like, share, and subscribe. It goes to everybody. We are, of course, still on the road to 3K subscribers, and cannot wait to do more content for you guys. I will be back tomorrow to do a live match reaction. I will be watching the El Clasico, so Barcelona versus Real Madrid. I'll do a match reaction straight after that game, so make sure you tune in. Other than that, this stream will actually redirect you to Staffy TV stream, who will be previewing the Manchester Derby with Nubbins, Man City fan. So make sure you click on that, go to Staffy's channel, show, and let him know that this is a SFT raid, Sofia's Football Talk raid, and all. And also tell him that I think he's a fraud. Say, you know what? Scratch that. Go and tell Staffy TV that he's a fraud for vibes. He's a fraud. He's lying on my name, but he's a fraud. Okay? That says 3-1 Inter, Laka the score. We'll see. Okay. But yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. Later in an hour from now, I will be a guest on Henry Ray Baker's channel. That says when's your United preview. My United preview will be tomorrow. I have, thank you. Thank you. Before I go, I will be, of course, 100%. I will be previewing the Manchester Derby, but that's going to be tomorrow as well, after the El Clasico. So I will be having a special guest, Hamza Talks Ball. The Man City fan will be there, and we got to do some cooking, because there will be a lot of shamelessness happen. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and of course, also, indeed, have the notification bell button so that you don't miss on when I'm live. Okay? But yeah, either way, I'll see you tomorrow. Tell Staffy that he's a fraud. Big up, Sophie's out. Bye-bye.